You know, guys, Advocate Dalu Mpofu. Advocate Dalu Mpofu is something else, man. This guy is the prime example of why South Africans should not trust any politicians. The way Advocate Dalu Mpofu just contradicts himself live on television should be studied at the University of Cape Town. I mean, at this point, it is ridiculous. And I wonder how he does it. Because Advocate Dalu Mpofu can go to an interview on television this week. He will say one thing. And next week, when he's conducting another interview, he will say something that will go directly against what he said the previous week. And there are a lot of examples of Advocate Dalu Mpofu basically contradicting the statements that he made live on television. You know, I was scrolling on social media and I actually found this clip of Advocate Dalu Mpofu. You remember when Floyd Shivambu left the EFF and Julius Malema going to Clement Manyatela and saying that Floyd Shivambu leaving the EFF was basically a betrayal, and the way he left the EFF, it was a betrayal to him, and not only to him but the party as a whole. Advocate Dalu Mpofu went to Clement Manyatela and to basically reiterate what Julius Malema said. You remember this is what Advocate Dalu Mpofu said.
Part of that war, you're not going anywhere. You're still very much part of the EFF.
I'm not just part of the EFF. As the president was saying, the EFF is us. It's something that we have built from nothing. You know, it's not something that you just wake up one day and walk away.
Which is why Julius Malema feels so betrayed by Floyd Shivambu. I mean, even yesterday he said, even last week he said, this is someone who helped co-found this organization.
Absolutely.
Do you see it in your view as a betrayal when you look at someone like Floyd who helped build this organization, as you say, from nothing? Do you see it as a betrayal? Because Julius Malema last night says this is someone who's gone for his own political gains.
Well, you know what, the relationship particularly between those two is well known. I mean, I represented them in 2012 in the ANC disciplinary hearing. And even then, coming from the Youth League, and as he said last week, it was not just a friendship, it was a brotherhood. So it's almost like, as he said, losing somebody who's close to you, or a divorce, or some other loss of that sort. So those kinds of losses either go with a lot of sadness, which is something we felt, or a feeling of betrayal.
Is that how you feel?
In the sense, well, to the extent that we were not taken into the confidence, I do feel that way.
So Advocate Dalu Mpofu felt like Floyd Shivambu leaving the EFF and the way he left the EFF. And we know that it has a lot of context behind it. We know that Floyd Shivambu was sent to KZN by the EFF to mobilize for the EFF in KZN. And when Floyd Shivambu got there, he started to have conversations with the MK party, and the elections were held, and the EFF suffered in the same province that Floyd Shivambu was supposed to mobilize in. So this is one of the reasons why Julius Malema says that it is a betrayal. What Floyd Shivambu did to him and the EFF, it was a betrayal, because they didn't expect him to be there causing up with Jacob Zuma and the MK party and basically backstabbing the EFF. But this is what Floyd Shivambu did. So Advocate Dalu Mpofu on the time, he said, yeah, like I do feel like this is a betrayal, because we were not even taken into confidence about his departure from the party. So this is how Advocate Dalu Mpofu felt about the departure of Floyd Shivambu. But now Advocate Dalu Mpofu is in the same team with Floyd Shivambu. They are now the members of the MK party. And right now, Advocate Dalu Mpofu, the same person who told us that it was a betrayal. Just listen to what he says right now.
The difference, Advocate, is that after Floyd Shivambu left, you were sitting here and you were shocked and saddened by his departure.
Well, we've gone through this. This is the second time you're asking me the same question. And I think I explained it, so maybe you can play the previous interview. The point I'm making now is that leaving, Robert Sobukwe left the ANC because he was disgruntled with whatever he was disgruntled with. Many people have left organizations. It's a free country. You can join, you can leave, you can do whatever you want. Many people left the ANC to join the EFF. Are they betrayers and all these things? I mean, that kind of childish behavior is really has no place in serious revolutionary politics.
So he says that it is childish to say that someone leaving a political party is a betrayal. He says that it is childish, but he forgets that he is the same person who said that Floyd Shivambu leaving the EFF was a betrayal. So now he says that no, it is childish for people to say that if you are going to leave this political party, then it means that you are a betrayer. This is Advocate Dali Mpofu, and this is what I'm saying when I say that these people are the prime examples of why you, as an average South African sitting there, you must not trust any of these people on what they say.
I think the idea that for people, I mean, there are people who left, who even folded up their organizations, I think, and to join either the EFF or the MK party. So, you know, that's what happens. It's a free country. So we must just deal with it, quite frankly.
You know, guys, as people, man, we must do better, man. I mean, like, we must do better. How long are we going to allow the likes of Advocate Dali Mpofu to lie to us continuously? So, I mean, you remember Floyd Shivambu. Floyd Shivambu is the same person that was insulting Jacob Zuma and telling South Africans about how bad Jacob Zuma is, telling South Africans about the criminality and the type of person that Jacob Zuma is. And today, the same Floyd Shivambu is telling South Africans that he was misled about all of these things that he said about Jacob Zuma. Now, we have Advocate Dali Mpofu, who went on national television to say that Floyd Shivambu leaving the EFF in that manner, it was a betrayal. It was a betrayal. This is him sitting live on national television telling South Africans that Floyd Shivambu basically betrayed the EFF. But today, because he is the member of the MK party, he's sitting there and saying that, no, guys, it is childish for you guys to say that if someone is going to leave a political party, then those people are betrayers. He forgets that these are his own words. These are his own words. And Advocate Dali Mpofu always does this. He always does this. You remember at that time when the whole VBS scandal was trending. Advocate Dali Mpofu went on Newsroom Live, and when he was questioned about the EFF and the VBS money, he did say that no, it is not a secret that the EFF got the money from VBS. This is what he said. It is not a secret that the EFF got the donations from VBS. And tomorrow morning, he did an interview on Radio 702, and he said that no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that, forgetting that there is a footage on the internet showing him admitting that the EFF got the so-called donations from the VBS. I mean, when are we going to do better as the people, man? When are we going to do better? When are we going to stop allowing the likes of Advocate Dali Mpofu to lie to us in front of our faces? Because right now, this person, he sees nothing wrong with him saying one thing this week and the next week saying something else. To him, he doesn't see anything wrong with that. He doesn't see anything wrong with that. But I actually trust that South Africans can actually see through these type of people. These people are just the politicians, and they are just politicking, and they will say anything that is convenient at that time. But what these two clips are actually showing us about the likes of Advocate Dali Mpofu is that these people are just the liars, man. These people are just liars, and they will say anything to make themselves look good. They will say anything to make the party they represent at that time look good. But if you actually go back and listen to the things that these people are saying, you will start to understand that these people are nothing but liars, man. And this is the reason why I hate politicians so much. This is one of the reasons why, man, I hate politicians so much, man. We have a lying president, a president that doesn't mind standing on stage live on national television and lying to the people of this country. You remember when Ramaphosa said that the hospitals, the public hospitals in this country are working fine. There's nothing wrong with the public hospitals. I mean, like, this guy was like on television lying to the people about things that they know. The people know that the public hospitals are in shambles, but the president of this country said no, the public hospitals are fine. There's nothing wrong with the public hospitals. These are the type of people that we are dealing with. We are dealing with pathological liars. We are dealing with this type of people. I mean, it is insane at this point. It is insane. Guys, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button, and the most important part is subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye. And before that, you remember Julius Malema going on television and saying that Naledi Pandor received the money from VBS, and also accused the media to say that, no, you guys in the media, you have your bias. You are not even doing any research about your favorite politicians. You are talking about VBS, and you are talking about me. You are talking about Floyd Shivambu. You are saying nothing about Naledi Pandor, because Naledi Pandor received the money from VBS. And Naledi Pandor said that, prove it. Naledi Pandor sent the lawyers to Julius Malema and said that you must prove what you said about Dr. Naledi Pandor. And Julius Malema went on television to say that, no, it was a political speech. I didn't mean it that way. Forgetting that his voice, he has a big voice, and when he speaks, people listen. He didn't care about assassinating the character of Naledi Pandor without any evidence. He went on television to say, no, Naledi Pandor got the money from VBS. And when it was time for him to actually prove that Naledi Pandor got the money from VBS, he said, no, this is political speech. You guys are just over-exaggerating. Oh my God, this is political speech. These are the type of people that we are dealing with. It's bad, man. In the words of JJ Tawane, it's bad.